Hello. I am feeling a lot of self doubt. I kind of just want all of the voices to be quiet. The ones in my head that are doubting myself. And oh, it's just like this constant, clamor of, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? All of the judgment. And I just feel all of the judgment of all of the people. Like, if I just put my attention on any one person, I just imagine all of the judgment that they could be having for me and everything that I do. I just wonder what it would be like if I weren't so hard on myself. I think, all of these things, like exhaustion and, physical problems, just, imagining a world where I'm not hard on myself. If I'm just, optimistic and I'm just, I think everything is going to work out, and I just am hopeful, and I think I'm capable, and that would be cool. Yeah, it would be nice to just flow and have things be a yes rather than all of the resistances. Can't I just notice the nice things? Can't I just be nice to myself? I give a lot of people the benefit of the doubt, and I want to do that to myself, for myself as well. I just wrote a review a few days ago for my pole dancing teacher, and it was a 5-star review, and I just said all the things that I've been enjoying about pole dancing, and about her, I can appreciate what it takes to run a dance studio, especially a pole dance studio, and it just seems like it takes, I said, a lot of tenacity, um, and I can appreciate that. I don't know why I said that. I don't know where I was going with that, but um, I guess I was just, yeah, it was where I was going with that was that I'm comforting myself, touching my face. Where I was going with that is that I see the good in a lot of things, because I think somebody wrote her a bad review or whatever, and I think it's you can see the good or you can see the bad, and um, so anyway, yeah, I give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm just oh, that's probably really hard. Wow, it's amazing. Whereas I don't really do that for myself as much. I try to. I want to. I want to have a nurturing voice, and it's weird because in different times, in a way, I don't feel like I'm a nurturing person, but I think that I am in my own way. Or maybe I am and I'm not letting myself be. There's this cat that's on the property, and I guess I think it just lives outside. I think maybe somebody, maybe the, um, maybe our host feeds it or something, because it seems to be locked to this area. And I just let myself play with the cat. And at first I was oh, who knows what this cat is but I was feeling stressed, and I was what if I just play with this cat? Um, and I think that was cool. Giving myself that gift. Yeah, I've just been feeling a lot of doubt. Um, I just imagine that I don't know where this comes from, but everybody is judging me and hating me. I don't know why. and maybe they are, and like maybe some of them are and some of them aren't. I mean, like who knows? But I just feel this like immense pressure. I guess like since kind of going live and going public, I think I'm exposing myself to more potential um, judgment, I guess. Whereas like when I was more hidden, like there were only a few eyes on me, so it's like the intensity of possible judgment was smaller. I told my pole dancing teacher and uh, the other woman in the class that well, the woman in the class, one of the women in the class asked like what I do for a living, and I was like, well, I've done many things. I was like, but I'm currently a nude beach buddy for hire, and they just loved it, and I just felt like, maybe this is my place among like the tattooed pole dancers. I mean, it's a cool community. Um, yeah, I like the whole like flow arts is what they call it, the whole flow arts community. Um, and I feel like it's like a spiritual thing, it's a sensual thing, it's a feminine thing. It's also like pushing the boundaries and um, yeah, more taboo, I guess. Like I definitely feel like in terms of like spiritually, the sense of like a past life connection to sort of like circus and freak show and like gypsy, like crystal ball stuff like that feels very nurturing to me. It feels like very home like to me, like with all the freaks and weirdos and hedonists and um, shamans and like all that. Like that feels like nurturing to me. Um, if I have to be normal, it's stressful to me. But that said, um, I feel like I said with the dancing, I have enthusiasm and I love it, but I just don't feel that good at it. Ugh. So I just feel like I'm like, um, I just feel ashamed. I'm like, oh, I'm not good at this. um, and I've had times where I've been like stronger and more in shape, I guess. Um, and I mean, I guess I could get back to that level. And I think like I remember what mm, I made a lot of progress when I was going to yoga every day, and I was doing like a 45-minute class. It was like 45 minutes to an hour class every day, and I just told myself all I have to do is, and I would do it like kind of in the morning or afternoon because that's when I had more energy. Like at night, it's just like not gonna happen. And I just told myself all I have to do is stay connected. Like all I have to do is stay connected to this process. All I have to do is show up. Like if I want to be in child's pose the whole time, fine. All I have to do is show up. And then, of course, when I get there, like, I'm not just gonna do child's pose the whole time. I'm gonna like do at least a little something. But actually, I ended up doing plenty. And um, and I was able to do some things in yoga that I had never been able to do before. And I was like, wow, like this is crazy. Um, but yeah, it's just mastery over like the physical, like like the body is um, doesn't feel like my expertise. I feel like people who are already good dancers will do pole dance, not people that like just love it. It's like sometimes love for something isn't enough. Sometimes love is not enough. um, yeah, so I mean, I still love it. I just keep taking beating every time I go, um, like physically, and I guess to like my my ego, I guess. Yeah, so I still wanna like I still feel like the pull to connect with these like artsy, like aerial people, acrobatic circus people. It's like I want to be them, but I'm aware that I'm really far from them. Like I'm really not there, even in terms of flexibility and stuff. And I'm having faith. Like I'm like fingers crossed that I'm gonna get better at it. I mean, I know that I've gotten better, better at certain things that I've stayed connected to. I just I'm kind of hopeful, but not expecting it. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Bye.